Matt, today we're going to talk about how to create a Google Knowledge panel. And I guess this will apply maybe to people like you and me, who we're not celebrities. Really, no one really knows who we are.
Except for our
But
40 YouTube followers.
yeah, but for people who are maybe a business person or a business owner or real estate agent or anyone who really wants to kind of maybe beef up their status or help control their online reputation, there are some advantages to having a Google Knowledge panel, right?
There's tons. Yeah, we've had a lot of business people who just want to look more professional because it is reserved for VIPs. So people look cool when they see it. So a lot of business owners, but we even got some random Joe Schmoes who are dating, one client at least, who wanted to do it because he's dating and just wanted to look cool and look like a successful businessman. But usually the intentions are more professional. But whatever, teach their own, no judgments. Uh, it makes you look really great.
So let's back up a second. So if let's just take me for example, I don't currently have a Google Knowledge panel as of September 2023. Maybe after this video, I will have one. But
Yeah, that's a great one to do. Okay.
yeah, but right now I don't have one. And I mean, there'd be no way because Google creates these themselves, right? Like they determine algorithmically your level of celebrity, I guess, and create it for you.
Exactly. So they pull from Wikipedia a lot, but getting into Wikipedia is really hard lately. We do have a contact, but you actually have to have good press to get in. We can't just get anyone in. And it can't be paid press. It has to be organic. We do have some outlets that look organic where it's not paid for, but they're expensive, like Forbes and Business Insider. So getting into Wikipedia, if you're a small business owner and with no press, it's expensive. If you have organic, good press, then it's free to get in, easy, at least. So Wikipedia is a big one. If you're an author, that's a big one that pulls from. If you're been in movies, radio, music, that's a good one to get into. But if you don't fit any of those criterias, then you have to pay someone like us to get you in.
And so are I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but like if I don't have the Google Knowledge panel, I also don't have a Wikipedia page to my knowledge. Do you have to have the Wikipedia page to have the Google Knowledge panel?
No, good question. So for one we just did, all we have for him is his Instagram and LinkedIn. And one we got to create it that way.
This is the guy who wants to look good in front of women.
Yes. Yeah, he's got his nice headshot and all his pictures lined up and him doing cool things. It really looks, I'm looking at it now, it looks like a dating profile, but it works.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about is controlling your online reputation. And this is just one more sort of bullet in the holster to control what people see when they Google you.
Yeah, exactly. So for him, it has a big paragraph. He's the CEO of XYZ, specializing in this, and he does this for fun. Then it has 5 pictures lined up of him. He's called himself an entrepreneur, which you can call yourself anything you really want. Then it has his LinkedIn listed, his Instagram listed. And then below that, it says more info about. If you click that, it basically just shows more of his profiles, which would be YouTube. And then that all dominates the top of Google, page one. And then the search results from then on look the exact same for anyone else. You have all the line items.
Well, I think you just mentioned the real advantage. I mean, besides the prestige of having it, is the fact that it does take up so much space on page one.
Yeah, it's actually a good point too. It's really good for reputation management purposes if you're trying to bury something negative as well. So it's so eye-catching, so dominant.
Yeah. So okay, so let's get to the nuts and bolts. Do you have a cost range and a timeline that you can talk about, or?
Yeah, it's $500. It takes a few weeks to do, and pay performance based, of course. The fee is probably a little higher if you don't have anything online, like no LinkedIn, no YouTube channel, no Instagram, because we'll have to put some pieces together to make it work. But if I think everyone pretty much has a LinkedIn at the very least.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So if you're watching this video and you have been trying to create a Google Knowledge Panel, or wondering why like your neighbor has one and you don't, you know, contact us and we can get it set up for you and make you look really great online.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.